Sesame Workshop is a non-profit organization aimed at preparing children for school and for life. Their headquarters are located in the middle of New York City, one of the most diverse places on earth. To find out more about Sesame Street in other countries, we interviewed Biola Adekambi, a country director for Takalani Sesame, the South African version of Sesame Street. In addition, we spoke with Dan Donahue, a project director who specializes in the Bangladeshi version of Sesame Street, called Simpur.
The international shows are based on local needs. Depending on what those needs are, that really drives what the show is going to be about. A lot of aspects of that have to do with health and hygiene. So in a lot of countries where hygiene practices are very poor, we teach about washing hands. We teach about combing your hair, taking a bath.
And our role is really to identify places where there is a need for a program like Sesame, or to respond to a request or an invitation for a Sesame local co-production. It's really based on what the needs of children are.
So in, let's say, Bangladesh, where maybe you have more issues on health and hygiene, that component may drive more of the show. In South Africa, where HIV and AIDS is a crisis and affects young children, we decided to create a young Muppet that was HIV positive. So that decision guided us in creating that Muppet, and now a lot of the shows focus around her and her education process. In a country like Egypt, where there is a great disparity between boys going to school and girls going to school, we have a component of the show that focuses on girls' needs. So those decisions really drive the creative of the show. In Egypt, the decision to focus on girls, our producers created a precocious young Muppet named Hoha. And a lot of the stories and dialogue revolve around Hoha.
Characters like Hoha are the basis of Sesame Street's characters and help children every day learn about themselves and each other.
In the countries I work in, Bangladesh, we've created 4 characters. We've created a Bengal tiger. We've created a jackal. We've created a little girl and a little boy monster. And the girl, her name is Tuktuki, is by far and away the most popular character. Now, I don't know if that's the way she was designed, or maybe it's the puppeteer, because the puppeteer is very good and imparts a certain personality to that character that has a connection with children.
A lot of the international shows will have local characters that are created to address local needs, but then there is also the use of some of the classic characters that you see.
It depends what kind of message you want to model. Oscar the Grouch is a fun character, and a lot of people see him just as an angry guy that lives in a trash can, but he's imparting messages to children about how to deal with somebody that has an abrasive personality. So it really kind of comes back to what is the message you're trying to communicate to kids.
Each country has its obstacles, and whether they are natural or human-caused, producers have to learn how to work around them.
If, for instance, you're working in Bangladesh and the monsoon season hits, and you're flooded for 2 weeks and you can't get to your studio, you have to react to that. Hopefully you have the flexibility in your budget to make up for that, these challenges. You don't always have that flexibility, so you might have to make a very difficult decision to cut something else out. It's a very, a lot goes into the planning and the oversight of these to make sure that they come out on the other end within budget, but also educationally appropriate and fun. They need to be fun.
But I think the main thing that ties the program together across the world is really the fact that we're educating children in an entertaining